Okay.
Welcome to Unscripted Strength. We are back in the garage gym. It's no longer summer, so we're not going to lose
Yeah.
the footage. We moved the whole setup out here,
Yeah.
so it'll look better and hopefully it'll sound better. And we're going to do an upper body day. I think we have bench press. And
hmm
then what else are we doing today?
And then a little alternating EMOM of pull-ups and overhead presses.
Okay.
Probably with dumbbells just to make it a little easier in terms of, navigating it between us two.
Dope.
Followed by some bicep curls
Of course.
because we need to do that.
Absolutely.
Some eccentric chin-ups, which
Yuck.
is also very
Gross.
bicep heavy.
Don't like that.
And then some uh, barbell bent over rows
Like
or
that.
dumbbells or some type of horizontal row.
I do like that.
So yeah,
Okay, upper
yeah,
body day. And we're going to talk about stuff.
yeah.
And because it's an upper body day, we won't hopefully be breathing like, and by we, I mean
Too
me,
too crazy.
breathing very loud and
Yeah,
able to actually talk
yeah. That's
and
what
not do
I
a
hope.
7-hour workout.
Yeah, I think it could be pretty efficient.
Let's do it.
Yeah, especially with the EMOM because that keeps us on a time.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Fucking
yeah,
e-moms. All right.
yeah,
Well, the next thing I'll get into is if you're not a subscriber and or watching our videos, please do so. It helps us
yeah,
out. We're cooler than you and deserve the views. Um, no, I think we enjoy doing this, so it'd be fun to
yeah.
get, share with your friends, subscribe to it, watch our stuff. Please watch our stuff. I'll quit my job. No, I won't. Joseph listens. I won't quit my job. Okay, we're gonna work out.
All right, sweet, cool.
Starting with the Larson press.
We did a very heavy, not heavy, very extensive warm up.
Yes,
That was 2 sets.
we warmed up, I promise.
Yeah. All right, sweet. So, for the Larson press is essentially a bench press with no legs.
Yep.
We're aiming for 4 sets of anywhere from 4 to 6 heavy. So,
Heavy, heavy, heavy.
yes, we'll see. Maybe 5 for this. I have 130 on the bar right now.
Mhm.
So, I'll go into my
And
first
I'm
set.
not gonna spot Day. If she doesn't get the rep, she dies here. So safety first, people. Safety first. I will, while you do that, talk about the warm up, which maybe we've talked about in the past, but I don't really know. Um, warm ups are important, but I think get kind of overblown in terms of how much you have to do. Okay. She didn't die. We're safe. Um, get overblown a little bit. I'm off camera. You can hear me. In terms of how much you have to do, I think, honestly. Um, for any of you who are wondering, what is the warm up? It's literally in the name. You're trying to increase your body temperature and all the cool stuff inside of your joints that make them slippery and not feel like shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it kind of depends. Day and I were talking right before this started that some people really need a warm up, an extensive warm up. And I have to be honest, I think that's in a lot of people's heads. I think people get in their head that they need this like crazy warm up, and maybe it's like a psychological thing where they have to get like in the right headspace to be doing the thing. But I don't know. Our warm up for this was 2 sets of this,
Yeah.
and then we just did this heavier. So we did a Larson press light, and then a Larson press a little heavier, and then heavier is our first working set. So you have warm up sets and working sets, and that's how I think both of us tend to warm up for
Yeah.
most stuff is like whatever the first main thing I'm doing, that's my warm up.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not true, but
And we mentioned it too before hopping on to the recording. Like, it also depends on the complexity of the movement that you're doing. But for me and Ethan, we're just lifting today and we're lifting exclusively upper body. So it's not like we need a super, super long warm up for our full body. We're not doing sprinting or anything that requires a lot of like mechanical, very specific type work. We're just doing general lifting.
yeah.
There's not a lot of neurological prep for it.
Mm-mm.
Olympic lifting, for example, is something that requires a lot more warm up because of the nature of the movement where you're supposed to move very fast. So that's very like CNS heavy. So you need to prep your CNS and being able to get your body to move fast, which usually if you're, let's say, working all day and then you go into your lift, and let's say you're doing Olympic lifting, you'll probably need more of a warm up. Like you were just sitting all day and all that, maybe a bit sluggish. So maybe there's a warm up there. There's a lot of mobility requirements for those movements. Um, but for, again, something like bench press where it's up and down, you don't have to go super fast. I just don't think a very extensive warm up is needed.
Yeah, just grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
CNS, central nervous system, that's just your brain, you know, for us dumbos out there. That's your brain and it's doing stuff. And that's the warm up.
Yeah.
But like even Olympic lifts, I think because I've got cranky shoulders and I just want to make sure my knees don't get grumpy. I will like, yeah, something where I'm like, it's
Yeah.
ballistic. Like I'm catching
Yeah.
heavy stuff or throwing heavy stuff
Yeah.
around. I will give a little more love to my shoulders and my knees just to make sure everything feels right. But yeah, bench press, dude, get in the rig and just do it. What are we talking about?
You know what?
Mm.
Let me set up the VBT just so
Ooh.
you can see like how slow my last rep normally moves. It's like impressive how slow
Here, show that to the camera.
oh yeah.
This is called an OVR, and VBT is velocity-based training. So basically what it does is she attaches this little thing to the barbell, the end of the barbell, it's a magnet, and then every rep, it tells you how fast the thing is moving. And it's a fun way to train where you can do like, you can just track someone's movements and see when they need to go down in weight because their velocity has dropped. So like if you're working on accelerating better, you attach it to the bar. If you're doing cleans, hang cleans, bench press, squat, whatever exercise you are trying to get some data on, they have them, Day does these reps. And then if I were coaching her and I wanted her to stay above some meters per second of this bar speed to work on whatever, or see when she starts to degrade in form or force, then I now have the numbers. 0.27 meters per second, 0.24 meters per second, 0.23, 0.22, 0.18. There you go. 0.12. So my question, I guess I have for you, because you use this all the time, do you feel like you can keep going and grind out reps as that drops? Or do you feel like, because like you kept, consistently dropping, but
Yeah.
getting the rep out?
Yeah.
Like I would say your last one or the one before is where most people would be like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
But then
Right.
you still complete the rep and are good to
Exactly.
go.
And so with a lot of these technologies, like there are several different brands, but each of them have like a, hey, when you're like, they have speed ranges of like, hey, you're operating at max strength at this speed. So then oh, hey, I was moving at 0.18. I must have been going close to my
Yeah.
max, right? So yeah, like you could tell I was definitely close to my max, but as you're getting closer to max, it's going to get significantly slower. I also just like with benching, I know that I'm a very slow bencher when it comes to my last rep or two. Like I'll always move pretty slow. Oh, it's on the
Oh, is that the
over here.
5?
Yeah, you could take it out. And we could use a 10.
Do I want the 5 or the 10? We'll do the 5 for now.
So yeah, I think it's a good tool for people to be like, hey, like you were operating at. Do you want 5 or 10?
I was just gonna put this down on the ground for you.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So you could tell them like, oh hey, yeah, you were actually operating very close to your max because look how slow that was going.
So now we're gonna see what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never gotten to use one.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. How much weight is that?
210,
210.
right?
Something like that.
130 plus 70
So
is
that's
200
yeah.
plus 10 pounds. Yeah, 210. Okay.
Okay. 0.32 was your last one. But you also
Didn't pause enough?
no, you were fine. You dipped and then you went back up, right? Am I reading that right?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
0.45 was my first one or my best one? My first one.
Your first one, which is pretty fast.
0.32 was my last one?
Yes.
Man, it didn't seem like, well, that graph looks like it went down a lot, but
Yeah.
1/10
So
and a
you
half
had
of a
about
second.
like what was that? Like 0.32 and you started at 0.45, so you
Yeah.
had like a 30% or 20, 30. I can't do math like that, but you had a significant drop, which they usually say for like
20%.
a 20%
Yeah.
within an intraset or whatever in it. And then for power movements, then it's a 10% drop. If you want to get into specifics of different protocols, but yeah, like with that being said, like your last one was at 0.32. Do you feel like you had more left in the tank?
Oh,
Or
yeah, I think I
yeah,
could have done like 3 or 4 more.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's in line with that. Where for me, it's like I mean, you could see by the way I'm benching, like I'm getting close to
Yeah, that last one's
like dying, but
questionable.
yeah. Whoops.
Ugh.
I'm gonna take off the 2.5s and put the 5.
How many reps are you gonna do?
Uh, maybe 3 to 4.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, the rant. I had texted Dave the other day about wanting to rant about something that made me angry, so right after this set, maybe I'll start my rant. What was the last one? 0.18?
Huh? Yeah, 0.18, but I only counted 3 of them.
Yeah. I think that last one was a little bit slower.
It was like, did it? Mm.
Oh. Just leave the 5 on and put the 35 back on.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, so my rant that I texted today about for everyone is about nicotine.
Oh yes, I was gonna ask you about that.
And, there's all this stuff online about nicotine being a nootropic.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, makes your brain work better. I don't even know what I think it's like memory and cognition. So, like, thinking faster and whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, so many people I have run into use like Zins
Yeah.
or, like puff bars, little
Yeah.
e-cigs. And I have talked to so many people who started using it because of, whatever fucking person online who's a health guru and hyper optimizer was like, yeah, this shit's sick. Look at all these
Yeah.
cool studies that came out about nicotine. And as a former smoker, I think it was so interesting. Like in my teenage years, everyone was so against nicotine.
Yeah.
Like all these things, like I'm sure you remember on TV, like
Yeah.
ads about like quitting smoking and how
Yeah.
harmful it is. And like my wife, but girlfriend at the time was like, at a certain point was like, hey, this shit's got to stop. Like
Yeah.
she's had family members that died of lung cancer from smoking. And I just feel like our whole childhood was built on like how to get people to quit smoking.
Yeah.
And then vaping comes out as a way to quit smoking.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a thing you did because it was like good for your brain. I went to vaping because it was better than cigarettes.
Yeah.
But now it's like so few people smoke now, and it's not a thing I think younger kids are doing. And then these people who never smoked, never dipped, are like taking Zins and vaping because they've heard it's preventative for Alzheimer's, which is a crazy concept to me. That there's like this thing out there that we know is not great, that all of a sudden is like good. And it pisses me off because, and we've talked about this, like, people will do whatever they can to not do the thing that moves the needle the most.
Yeah.
They'll do all the little things. Like we talked about it with Carmen on the last one. Like,
Yeah.
don't talk to me about supplements if you don't sleep well, you don't eat well, you don't
Yeah.
exercise. It's just not worth it. But I've had people like in my family and people I know very closely that I watched them like start using nicotine products, and I would be like, yo, please don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
you don't understand how addictive it is. And they'd be like, no, no, no. Like, I listened to this new podcast. It was like, oh, this shit's sick. It's so good for your brain, blah, blah. It can't, I won't get addicted. And then 6 months later, they're like, dude, I can't quit. I
Yeah.
spend so much money on Zins or Puff Bars or whatever. And it's just, yeah, it's like, I don't know when we forgot that nicotine was really fucked up and you probably shouldn't use it ever. Or if you do, like, I've never met someone who can use nicotine and be like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I just won't use it very often.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple in my life, but everyone gets addicted to it. And it's the hardest thing I've ever quit.
It's I've seen it become popular amongst some strength coaches online, and they're trying to make it like a thing. 0.43, 0.42, 0.43, 0.40, 0.38.
Oh,
Shoot.
God.
And yeah, like, I think it's interesting because a lot of the people who are promoting it and encouraging its use are people who are in the health and wellness space
Yeah.
as strength coaches and all that. Health and wellness or performance space, which is like, I think that's where things are starting to like instead of it, like, I feel like health and wellness and performance used to be like in line, converging, at least converging, and now they're slightly diverging where it's like, all right, like, health and wellness does not align with performance. Now we see it with like extreme sports and all that. Like,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
want to be a performer in that, you're not going to be
Healthy.
like healthy at all.
Yeah.
The encouragement of steroids and, use of drugs that are not well known yet,
Mhm.
right? They're more
All the
exploratory.
peptides.
Yeah, all
Every
the
peptide?
peptides,
Yeah.
right? All the stuff, and like, we don't know long-term effects, and then now the nicotine's being put into that performance side of things.
Yeah.
And so, and people oftentimes still associate performance with health and wellness, right? We
Mhm.
see these like crazy athletes and we're like, oh, we wish we could be like as healthy as them. And they're like,
Oh.
oh, they're all fucked up and we
Yeah.
know it. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that gets like, that doesn't, people don't see that when they're looking online. All they see is, and you can let us know in the comments if we're wrong, but even when I look at people from like an educated lens in this world, people just look at your physique. Like, that's really what matters.
Yeah.
And they see the physique of someone who does whatever sport and they may be enhanced,
Mm-hmm.
probably are enhanced. But even like, yeah, any endurance, like a long distance endurance sport, like,
Yeah.
there's negative consequences to, I would say any professional athlete comes out of that with
Yeah.
permanent,
Yeah.
like, injuries and overuse.
Mental,
Yeah, mental stuff and
hormonal.
it's
Yeah.
just, I think it's just not sexy. Like, no one wants to be like, hey guys, follow the CDC guidelines and eat a whole diet. And like, that doesn't, that's not
Yeah.
going to drive views anywhere.
Right.
But the reality is, what is it, like 70% of Americans don't even do that?
Yeah, exactly.
But here we are, like, fantasizing about being someone who puts a dip in and then runs 75 miles and says that's healthy. Well, put not a dip in, I guess it's a pouch.
Oh, okay.
Fucking whatever. It's dip for babies is what it is.
What was the speed of that? What?
Don't worry about that, dude. Don't worry about it. You went from 0.17 or 0.18 to 0.08. a tenth of a second longer.
Dude,
What
that wasn't
I
even.
can you go back and look at all the stuff we've done? Does it save
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
Because it does seem like every time I see this, the third rep is
For
always like the best for people. Well, for us too. And I have said that to people for so long that the third rep, I think when you're doing heavy stuff, always feels
yeah.
better than the first and the second.
Huh.
The first one always feels a little squirrely because you're like trying to
Yeah.
get tension. And then the third rep to me always feels like money. And then everything after that's downhill.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, sweet.
Was that my third or my fourth?
That was your third?
Okay. Let's go up to 45s.
Sweet.
Yeah, let's go 45s.
Oh.
Let's do that. So yeah. And there's some overlap, it's all Venn diagrams that it's like you can be in really good shape and look great and be healthy. I'm not saying that you can't do that. But the first thing is like if someone you see online has like a crazy, crazy, crazy physique and then aren't doing how do I say this that makes sense? I feel like I see a lot of people post online that have an incredible physique that drives a lot of their, interest from people. And then they're doing exercises where me, as a person who I think understands this better than the layman, or
Mhm.
most people, can see that like, oh, that's not how you got that physique.
Yeah.
You didn't get that physique doing one arm kettlebell cleans.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, it's just not how it happened. Your legs
Yeah.
aren't that big because you did kettlebell cleans. Your shoulders aren't that big. Like,
Yeah.
your cool, fun workout is probably a great workout, but that's not how you got to where you're at.
Yeah.
And I don't think people are, again, it's not sexy. Like, no one wants to
Yeah.
see, like, the 5-day a week, boring bodybuilder workout that's like, whatever. It's like, 6 sets of shoulders,
Yeah.
seated shoulder press, where you sit on your phone for 2 minutes in between scrolling and then go again. Like, they want to see some movement and some cool shit. And, like,
Yeah.
no one wants to see, like, well, like this.
Yeah.
Like, this is, all the progress I've made is doing shit like
Yeah.
this. That's hard and makes you stronger and does whatever. But if we, took our pants off and did kettlebell cleans, everyone would be like, that's how they did it.
Huh. 0.3. 0.31. 0.33. 0.30. 0.20.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. Sweet.
See, third one, my best one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yours too. Your third one always, or was speeding up, I think, as well.
Yeah, and that last one was. But yeah, all the
Oh,
data
your
is here,
0.8
so it
seconds.
gives you like all the tables.
Oh, yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. I really like it, and they make it so simple to look at. Like, there's not a lot of buttons. You just like, this is what you got.
Yep.
Here it is.
You have another one? You're done?
I'm done.
Okay. Me too.
Sweet.
Ooh. So yeah, to wrap up both of our complaining about that, honestly, no hate at all to any creator who's out there trying to slang their business. I think some people do it a little bit shady, but again, whatever. I do think I want people to know that you just got to be consistent, and I don't know, maybe I do get annoyed because then, I have clients say stuff to me all the time about, or send videos to me that are kind of feels like this is the one exercise that I need to be doing that you're not programming me. And it's like, nothing wrong with being sent an exercise. And to anyone who sends me, any of my clients who send me exercises, I'm not saying don't do it by any means. Because most of my clients send them to me just for fun.
Yeah.
But I have had some where it's like, will this make the difference? And it's like, no,
Yeah.
it won't. It'll be fun. Like, we can try it for
Yeah.
sure. But this is not like no one exercise is gonna like catapult you through your goals.
Right.
It's like showing up all the time is going to do that for
Yeah.
you. And that's the thing that matters the most, I think.
No, for sure.
Okay, what's next?
Some type of horizontal row. So if you want to do barbell bent
Is
over,
this
if
the
you
EMOM?
do you want to do the imam first? Let's do
Oh,
the
do whichever
yeah,
one. I
let's do
don't
the
care.
imam first. I usually do the bent over rows first, but
Okay.
I've been itching to do this imam. Alright. Okay, so we can use my phone as the timer.
Okay, and the EMOM is what are we doing?
5 to 6 overhead press.
Okay.
In 1 minute, and then the next minute you're doing 8 to 10 pull-ups.
Okay.
Then the third minute you are resting, and
Oh, okay.
um, yeah, so that's 3 minutes of, you know, different stations, and then you do that for 4 rounds, 12 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there one you wanna start with?
Um, hmm. I can start with pull-ups.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm getting 6 to 8. I'm going 6. That's probably what's gonna
'Kay.
happen here. And I'll switch grips
Great.
around. Tell me when you start the timer.
We'll start at the 10?
Huh?
We'll start at the 10-second. It's
Okay.
right there
Yeah.
in front of you.
All right, people. Every minute on the minute. Pull-ups, overhead press, rest, go again. What is my bum shoulder gonna allow me to do today? What are you pressing?
35s.
Oh. Let's try 50s and see if I don't die.
Alright. So we got about
10 more seconds.
yeah, I'm gonna get ready.
Are we going at the 10 after or on the minute?
Let's do on a minute.
Okay. All right. Ugh.
And then we rest for another minute and 40.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I have shoulder tendinopathy. So,
How long have you been having that?
oh, I don't know, months. It's much better now.
Yes.
Yeah, it was to a point where I couldn't press 30s overhead with my left arm.
Yeah.
So, doing 50s is good. But yeah, I just could not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the back of my shoulder, every time I got to like here, would just like absolutely give out. So,
I've never really had shoulder issues, knock on wood. I've had um like more indirect, like a really bad knot in my rotator cuff one time
yeah.
from doing like I was doing like this progression on SOTS presses, just like seated
Ew.
SOTS press.
Yeah.
And I was doing it for like 6 weeks. And it got pretty heavy, but it left me like all banged up
Oh yeah,
from that.
those are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Soft presses are you're at the very bottom of a squat with a barbell on your back in a snatch grip, so way out here, and then you're sitting all the way down and pressing from behind your neck, and they are one of the hardest things I've ever done. I
It's just,
don't think I can do a 45-pound bar right
it
now.
was crazy. I got to like 80 something
Holy
pounds,
shit.
which was like
All right, here we go.
a lot for me.
Oh.
Yeah. I took my mic off because I breathed so heavy on those.
Oh, yeah, we're waiting. That's right. 20 more seconds.
What do you think is a harder movement out of the two?
Overhead press.
Overhead press.
It's like my weakest movement. Plus, my shoulder has, since I boxed, I don't know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
did. My shoulder's kind of always been my little bitch joint. Oh, I'm pressing a 60 and a 50. That's why that felt weird. Whoops. Yeah, overhead pressing's my hardest. It's my weakest. Oh, this is a good thing to touch on, though. I think with, I guess, the general population, I think just anyone in general. I think athletes maybe should be a little more careful, but I think the principle still apply that I am currently experiencing discomfort in my shoulder while I press, but it's manageable. It doesn't hurt very bad. Maybe a 3. So you can train through stuff. I'm not saying train through pain, but something we would have to deep dive into because it's, I think, a very large topic. But tendons, of which mine are not very happy with me. What time are we at?
40 more seconds.
Okay. Tendons are a weird tissue in the body that like to be pulled on and stressed. It's like how they remodel. It's how they adapt. So I believe the current literature says that, maybe some rest if there's some acute injury to the shoulder or incident. But for the most part, if you practice, I'm standing in front of you, proper load management. So choosing lighter weights than you can do, something that feels pretty good. For the most part, it'll kind of work itself out. And mine has gotten a lot better. And I think it happened 4. Because, like most things, I'm a little bit silly. Oh, there it is. I was not being very smart. And like 3 years ago, I decided, maybe 2 years ago, to do this challenge that I made up myself, where I do 50 pull-ups every day. I did that for like 2 weeks, and I like split the calluses on my hands. My hands are bleeding every day. It was dumb. I was like real in a David Goggins mindset and being an idiot. Oh, we're up. Shit.
We're up.
And that was the last time I think I did something to my shoulder. There we go. See? That's a good example that sometimes the thing that's not feeling good, it'll warm up. My shoulder feels better now. And that's not to say that I should just ignore it and just warm it up every time and keep going. I should practice some kind of load management and maybe some rehab exercises and some acute differences in my training, but
Yeah.
feels a lot better. Because like 2 months ago, I could maybe do like a 30 for 5 reps.
Yeah.
And I would get to like there and it would just like crumble. And that's
Yeah.
when I went to Abby
Yeah.
and I should have gone back. I didn't because I'm dumb, to be fair. No, she helped out, gave me some good pointers. My thoracic mobility was terrible, which I know. And then just load management and
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
I got no numbness or tingling. I got full range of motion. So it's not like It's crushing me. It's just uncomfortable sometimes.
For sure. And I think it's always interesting to get like another perspective on like what may be causing your pain. So like my knees get cranky here and there. Me and Marley have done a few things, and she's like, your IT band is so tight. And so she, she's done different things for me there.
Yeah.
Which has been awesome, and it helps a lot. But yeah, it's managing and knowing where the limitations are.
Yeah. Ooh. Wow. The grind begins. The grind begins. There it is. One more?
Yeah. So you have just the overhead presses, and I have
Oh yeah, that's right.
just the pull-ups.
That's right. You know we never went over is our training. Oh God, we got 5 seconds.
We'll do it during the bent over room.
Okay. All right. Wow.
Man. Sweet.
That's it.
Those are
EMOM's
fun.
done. Oh, I didn't start my watch. No.
I have Joseph doing a similar EMOM.
Oh, really?
I do 2 of these, both upper body EMOMs during the week. One reason is because like with like running and all that, my legs tend to be pretty fatigued. My upper body not so much, so I can do something like an EMOM.
Sure.
And get it fatigued.
Yeah.
Like, because they generally wreck me pretty good because you're doing like high density, like it's a high density style. You're doing high volume in a shorter period of time with, minimal rest. Minimal.
Sure.
It's still enough.
Yeah.
You have a whole minute of rest. But so I do 2 of them per week. One of them being dips and weighted neutral grip pull-ups, and I have Joseph doing the same thing. So
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's
so
funny.
that's fun. And this is my second one.
It's funny. Him and I were talking about EMOMs when we were in Texas.
Yeah.
And he was saying that some people really hate the like minute on the minute timer.
Yeah.
But I really love them.
Yeah.
I think doing EMOMs is fun because you're like competing with the clock.
Yeah.
Like as you get more fatigued.
Yeah.
At first you're like, oh, I'm good. And then if you're doing like a 10-minute EMOM of something,
Right.
it's like minute 7, you're like,
Yeah.
that window of rest starts to shrink and shrink and shrink. You're like, oh, fuck, here we go. Which is fun.
Yeah, and they're easy to progress with too. Like every week I'm either like this week for this, it was 4 rounds, right? And last week I did 4 rounds of 8 pull-ups.
Uh-huh.
Like this week I just did, the first one was 9 reps.
Okay.
And then the rest of them were 8. So I just beat it by 1 rep.
Sure.
So it's nothing like crazy. If I wanted to, I could have added some weight and done it that way. I could have added another round. So it's easy to progress.
Yeah. Just add a minute.
Yeah.
Add a minute, add some reps.
So, and there's different styles of doing it too. Like this one was an alternating one. You do non-alternating and do the same exercise every minute.
Yeah.
You can do it so it's like, you're gonna, every minute on the minute, you're gonna go 20 seconds max push-ups, right? So then,
oh man.
And you do that for 10 minutes, let's say. And then next week, same thing, but you have to get at least like 1 more push-up in your total.
Sure.
So it's fun. It's like competitive, like you can compete with yourself. It's easy to compete with yourself doing an
Yeah.
EMOM. I really like them. I put them in all the time,
Yeah.
and it keeps you on track. So if like you're busy, you don't have a lot of time to work out,
Yeah.
you put like a high density workout in
Yeah.
your workout routine. Works out pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's what CrossFit did really well
Yeah.
when it first,
Yeah.
just that, what do they call it? Interval training?
Yeah.
Like different styles, concurrent stuff, like
Yeah.
doing a strength, like a squat to a rower to a bench press or
Right.
something like that. Like I know row to bench press is like a thing that's common.
Mhm.
But stuff like that's nice. And I think we talked about this 2 weeks ago, but people staying consistent, like I think you made a good point about like if you don't have a lot of time to do your workouts, people think that like, oh well, I can't go get my full workout in, so
Yeah.
I just won't do it. It's like you could actually just go in and do like squat, bench, and an
Yeah.
RDL on an EMOM
Yeah.
for 10 minutes and do like really high intensity and like 10 minutes on treadmill.
Right.
Maybe it's a 30-minute workout. You can cut that down and
Right.
like still get some like a really good stimulus in and like
Yeah.
get the shit done.
I know when I was deployed, there was a they were renovating our gym tent that we had in on the base
Mhm.
overseas, and so there was like I would say a week-long period where we didn't have any place to train. So I just did EMOMs every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
And I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna do like a lower body EMOM, and I would just do like a ton of lunges and a ton of squats,
Yep.
a lot of pistol squats, things like that. And then same thing, upper body. Okay, we're just doing a bunch of pull-ups and push-ups, and
Yeah.
you get wrecked, man.
Yeah. Okay, we got bent over rows.
Yes.
How many reps?
8.
Oh,
4 sets of 8.
oh. 4 sets of 8.
4 sets of 8. Let
Woohoo!
me.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, did I say?
But yeah, and I think
3 sets of 8. My bad.
fuck yeah.
I'm gonna do.
I think that's the thing that I try to like really tell people, or like the message I really want to spread that I'm really passionate about is like, and we talked about this when we first met, that I don't really like working out.
Mhm.
It's not my favorite thing at all. And that's not like, I'm not like trying to play that up and be like, oh, I don't like it, but I do it. I really,
Yeah.
like, my preference would be to stay home, play video games, and do
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, I
Yeah.
smoked for a long time. I like had no general care for my own health and
Yeah.
well being. At some point that changed, and that's a whole other thing. But I still have that feeling of like, eh,
Yeah.
I could be convinced not to. And
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned this before, and that's kind of like been in my head a lot recently is like with the new year coming and talking to people about their goals and setting goals and new goals is like, I think the goal everyone misses is consistency. It's like, again, not the pretty thing to talk about. It's not
Yeah.
like I want to do this. I want to squat this. I want my mile to be this. I want to bench press this. I want to, blah, blah, blah. I want my butt to look like this or whatever. It's like, you'll never get to that goal. Like you're setting yourself up for failure if consistency is not your first thing. If
Mhm.
like showing up like when you don't want to, which is
Right.
like its own cliche thing, but which is like the whole like idea of discipline is like discipline is not needed when it's a thing you like to do.
Yeah.
It's when you don't want to do it. That's what
Yeah.
discipline is. It's like doing a thing when it sucks.
Exactly.
And I think because this is like kind of a New Year episode, I
Oh yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
If you are thinking about goals or watch this and don't really know, like you're feeling overwhelmed by starting because you can't pick a goal or don't know what your goal is, like it's kind of why I don't like, I don't know, New Year's resolutions sometimes. And
Mhm.
like even my goal to squat 400 pounds, I knew was a little bit transient. Like I knew because I've done it before. As soon as I squat it,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the motivation, the thing that feels good should be the work, like the showing up for yourself every time. And then once you're consistent, set some goals and do some fun shit. But like, you know, if you want to be good at something, you got to do it when you don't want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my little rant for this. What do you think? As someone who likes working out,
Yeah.
like, is there moments you don't want to do it, or is that not really something that happens?
On it, so I was talking to a few people about this last week. Like I've mentioned it several times, And it's when I don't have a routine, I don't wanna work out. So,
Oh.
all of the past 2 weeks, because my routine has changed with the holidays, right? Like, not having to go into the lab, not having to go into the U of A as much because like my teams were at home celebrating the holidays and no schoolwork because the semester is done.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I didn't have an alarm to wake up to. I didn't have any scheduled meetings. Like, if I did, it was like one meeting a day or
Sure.
two. So I was just like, and so that's why I was kind of like doing a lot of strict stuff because
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, I would sit in my office and I was there for like 10 hours a day.
Whoa.
Like, just sitting there, like math equations, reading, kind of refreshing my memory on some statistics and stuff like that. And Marley would walk in, she's like, I'm surprised you haven't melted into that chair. And there were days where I was like, oh crap, I didn't do my workout. I'll just push it to tomorrow. Because I
Whoa.
had the flexibility, because I had so much time, but I didn't want to work out. Because I was like,
Interesting.
I'd rather just sit there and do like read and
Fiddle.
yeah, do all these things.
Tinker.
So when I don't have a schedule, I suck at being consistent.
Huh.
And it's just it was the craziest thing, like, I could care less about I ran, like, once. I was like, "Oh, I'll just do, like, a a incline walk with a vest. I'll do more Stairmaster. I'll row." I just don't wanna run because like, running is harder than those things,
Fuck yeah, it
and
is.
I just didn't wanna, like, do any of it. It was just the weirdest thing because I don't think I've ever experienced that
Huh.
until this holiday season.
Pushing it till tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like, ah,
pushing
till
it to
tomorrow.
tomorrow, I'm like, "Ah," I just had
Yeah.
no desire whatsoever, and I was like, "This is weird. This is so freaking weird." I didn't like it, and so, like, today was the first day I woke up and I was like, "I'm gonna work out today," so I did my run this
Yeah.
morning, and I was like, "Okay, I'm
I'm back to normal. I'm
I'm
getting
back,
back to
I'm back."
normal. Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. I think I mean, I can't even comment on the routine thing because I don't have one of those.
Yeah,
I work out at random times of the day. I should have a routine, but I don't, which maybe, probably contributes to, um, or contributed in the past to my inconsistency working out. But my routine recently has been like, I think a lot of times we think like, oh, I don't have time for it if you're busy, and I think that that's the easy way to say it's not a priority to me.
mhm,
And we get trapped in that thing where we're like, I don't have time to work out, and what you're really, and I said this before, but kind of you're saying I don't have a time. I'm not gonna like I don't care about myself. Like everything I'm doing, my work, watching TV, that means more to me than my health does. And
yeah,
that's what you're saying when that happens.
right,
It's what I'm saying. Like I'll be
yeah,
transparent about it.
yeah,
Like if I'm like, dealing with whatever's going on in my head and I'm like, I'm just gonna play video games, whatever, chill and watch
yeah,
TV or do nothing. I know what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
I've got no qualms about admitting that I'm saying like, whatever, I'll fucking
yeah,
I mean, that's how I smoked for so long. That's why I drank so much. Like, there's like a very clear headspace that I've been in before
yeah,
where people are like, your lifestyle is going to get you like in trouble, dead, an alcoholic, whatever, in jail. And I remember, like, I know the feeling of being like, I don't care.
yeah, it's
Whatever.
crazy.
I don't care. Like, I'm having fun. I'm doing what I want to do. And I'll just keep doing that. And no one's going to tell me otherwise. So, you fucking grow up a little bit and you have someone on some podcast or something say to you at one time, like, instead of saying, I don't have time for it, say, it's not my priority. And that was like made a big difference in my head. And I don't want to make it like, oh, I went from drinking and smoking and not caring about myself to like, this is where I'm at today. Like, I think anyone who does that is, one, trying to sell you something.
Yeah,
They're targeting an audience. it's typically like someone who was down and out, did that shit, you know, drugs, alcohol, whatever, became a fitness influencer, and are trying to use it for good. And I get that, but I don't know. I always feel like if that's like your whole personality, you're like
Uh,
one step away from cracking back into that life.
yeah.
Like you're just you're trading out one way for another way,
Yeah.
like one addiction for another addiction.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like I try not to make fitness my like whole personality. I know
Yeah.
like we have a podcast about it and that's what
Yeah.
I do for work, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like you do this because you enjoy it,
Mhm.
and like the health benefits are pretty cool. But like how high on your priority list are the health benefits? Like when you think about exercise, like is that something that really matters to you?
The health benefits?
Yeah,
No, not really.
yeah. I don't.
Because I feel like I would've my training would look different if it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be trying to squat
Yeah.
400 pounds and run a marathon.
Right.
And people are like, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna get hurt. And it's like, oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
I know what the outcome of this is.
Right. It's, there was a PT who, he's the one that looked at my left knee when I was trying to see what mileage I could get to before I broke. And he was looking at me like, he said a few things. One of them was like, you're okay. So you work with athletes, you're a strength coach. Would you have your athletes do this? And I'm like, no, but I'm
No.
not testing limits of my athlete.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Yeah. Why would I
And
do that?
it was hard for him to understand, like that people don't train always for health and wellness. Like you can like people just sometimes do stupid stuff to test limits. And he just couldn't understand it. And also made me feel kind of dumb, but I'm
Yeah.
like, but I was like, yeah, what I was doing was dumb. I was aware of
Yeah.
it.
Oh
But
yeah.
and yeah, in his mind, he's like, this isn't like the healthiest thing to do,
Yeah.
right? Like you're gonna get injured. And I'm like,
Well,
yes,
and
I
that's the
know.
like lens of medicine, right? Is like
Yeah.
he's not looking at it from a
Yeah.
performance standpoint or a like load management to return to this insane goal. He's looking at it from like your joint health, your long-term health. And I think that um I don't know, I think we're time blind to our health in general,
Mhm.
which is why like I think some of our clients at Block are so successful when they're older at being consistent. And maybe this is, I'll just be honest. I think sometimes when you are older and your health is something that is kind of slowly slipping away because of age,
Mhm.
the priority of health starts to creep up in the stack. Like exercise for health and longevity gets more important the older you get. And I think that most people don't, like our age, even their 40s and 50s, don't see that. Like
Yeah.
they're not looking at this from like a longevity perspective. They're looking at it from like a aesthetics and performance, mostly aesthetics. Like
Yeah.
99% of Gen Pop is aesthetics. Like
Right.
they come in, they're like, my doctor told me I'm unhealthy. I don't feel great. And then when we boil down to it, it's like, I don't like how I look
Yeah.
in the mirror, which is I don't have no problem with it. It's fine. But back to our conversation earlier, maybe about like the performance and wellness thing or exercise and wellness. Like, I don't think anyone, I don't know. I think genuinely most people don't really give a shit about wellness
No.
until they're like 65.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like, it starts to set in, you
Yeah.
know? So, and Dave made a comment earlier that I kind of want to touch on about if you were doing this for wellness and health, your training would look different.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really interesting comment that I don't know how people, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think what either of us are doing are like per se, like super negative or negative for our health. Like,
Mm-mm.
we'll probably feel it in our joints a little bit.
Yeah.
But even that, like, I don't know, man. I think the amount of times I've had clients and people like see the video where I squat 400, which to be clear to anyone watching is not that heavy. I don't know why I need to defend that, but
It is. It is. It's very
um
impressive.
have been like, your knees are gonna pay for it later. My knees or whatever. And I don't I want every someone who asks me that, I wanna be like, have you ever squatted 400 pounds? Have you ever attempted to in your whole life? No? Why are your knees fucked up? Like, why are people
Yeah.
saying it to me who's never had a bar on their back,
Yeah.
who've never squatted heavy? And then I meet people like there's some guys I've met at LA Fitness or other gyms who are older who are still squatting heavy, who are fine.
Yeah.
I've also met people who are older, squatted heavy, who have fucked up backs and lower knees.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just don't know if I believe that. I just don't think from like if you did a study where you pulled like 10,000 Gen Pop who have not really lifted, like untrained individuals, or like relatively untrained,
Uh-huh.
moderately trained, and expert level of all age groups, I bet the dispersion of knee problems, hip problems, and lower back problems and shoulder, like the main joints, I would bet those are relatively equal,
Mhm.
if not the trained individuals less than the untrained individuals.
I would yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think people see it that way. I,
No.
I get people to squat all the time, like, I don't want to blow my knees out. And in my head, I'm like, I think the knee reason you're, or don't want to blow them out even more. And it's like, you've
Yeah.
never done this.
Yeah.
Your legs are super weak. And that's not like a knock on character or anything. It's just like,
Yeah.
maybe it's the precise fact that you never strength trained
Right.
or hiked or biked or ran that you might feel like shit in your joints. I
Right.
don't know. That's my theory. Where I'm coming from is like, everyone who says that shit to me are not people who ever have had experience doing that thing. And I'm always
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's if we're like an analogy is if someone were to be like starting their running journey and like I don't want to have like a heart attack and die after like a harder effort run and this is their one of their first times running, it's like no, you're going to have heart problems because you're not running.
Yeah.
Like that's you have heart like high cholesterol and high blood pressure and all these things because you're not running and not taking care of like your cardiovascular health.
Yeah.
Running's going to help with that. We're not going to give you like you're not going to get a heart attack or have some type of episode
Hmm.
from running, like, you're
Yeah.
training to build resilience in your heart,
Yeah.
and it's like you're training to build resilience in your body when you're strength training,
Yeah.
and that protects you from blowing out your knees.
Yeah.
Unless you decide that you wanna set a squat
Yeah.
record
Yeah.
that which requires some extreme measures, then
Yes. The health benefits are gone.
yes,
Yeah.
that's gone, like, we're gonna look at this from a different lens.
Yeah. Yeah. Like even when I did 400, I was like, man, I wonder where the line is
Yeah,
between like it being detrimental to my joints and not,
yeah,
like if I did it, if my load management was correct for long enough,
yeah,
like could I get to a 600-pound squat without detrimental side effects that are outweighed by the benefits? Because the benefits for anyone listening, and I said this to Joseph not long ago, we were talking about why I think it's so important for people to get super strong and put on a shit ton of muscle
mhm,
is if I can keep this 400-pound squat until I'm like, I don't know, 50, because there's guys that squat well over that at 50 years old,
mhm,
and then it slowly creeps down 60, 70, 80, maybe by 80 I can do 135 pounds.
yeah.
An 80-year-old squat, dude, if we had an 80-year-old walk in the gym and be like, "I can squat 135," I would shit a brick.
Yeah.
A whole brick would come out of my ass. And I think that, like, people don't see it that way.
Yeah.
That, like, you want to be as strong as possible, as long as possible. I'd rather be strong and have some aches and pains than weak and have some aches and pains.
Mhm.
And I don't think it's really hard for me to be convinced otherwise
Yeah.
at this point. I just
Yeah.
can't see any other way around this, that, like, almost every single client, short of some fringe cases, have gotten much better just getting stronger. For, like,
Yeah.
6 months, just, like, hit the gym, lift weights like a bro a little bit. We manage the load by, like, helping them pick the weights
Yeah.
correctly in volume, but 3 months.
Yeah.
Ladies with knee problems all the time are like, "My knees feel so much better."
Yeah.
And it's like, in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, your, quads were super weak, your glutes were super weak. Both of those help stabilize your kneecap and your knee. And now they're not. Now they can
Yeah.
manage you walking and stepping up shit, and they're no longer being like, 'Yo, you're overloading me.'"
Yeah.
So, And it's a heart attack thing. It's like, there are probably some people out there that would have a heart attack doing a high effort run. And they, in their head, they're like, oh, those high effort runs will give me a heart attack. It's like, well, at this point, yes,
Yeah.
that's the problem is that, you know, brisk walk puts you in zone 4.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
And we are trying to steer the ship out of that problem. So, I don't know. That's where I'm at, folks. That's where I'm at. Just get really strong and shut up
There we go.
and subscribe
And subscribe.
and subscribe. Okay, what's left?
Eccentric chin-ups and bicep curls.
God almighty.
I've been doing,
Lang bicep curls?
so I just do, like, bicep curls of choice, but
Oh.
whatever I feel, but I've been doing them on the GHD.
Oh.
Kind of like a preacher curl type thing.
Okay.
Just 'cause. And I've been doing single arm, but we'll see if I'll go double arm today. I don't know.
Don't you have an
This
easy
is
bar?
Yeah,
I'm hitting the easy.
which I bought from you.
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah.
about to say.
This is your easy bar.
Oh.
So yeah, I've been having Kirill do the eccentric chin up. So this is just a Frankenstein of what I have other people do.
Dude, I wish people knew that more. The amount that I do that to some people.
Yeah.
I'll like write a workout for myself and then give it like, like this person could do this person can do this,
Yeah.
this person can do this. This will be fun.
Yeah. I kind of do it like I'll write their workouts and I'm like, I kind of want to do that. That looks fun. And I'll take pieces from like my lower body days are like very similar to what I give the triathletes.
Oh, fun.
Cause like with running and everything, I'm like, okay, like these are things I need to focus on, like they need to focus on. And you know what? I need to focus on it too. Cause like I suck at these things. So I'll just do what they're doing.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. All right. All right. How many curls? Wow, we'll do it now.
10 to 12.
Oh no, these clips don't stay. All right, people. You should be very careful here. You have clips that stick on this?
I do, yes. Where do I have those clips? Hmm.
Oh, are they right here? No, those are adder plates, aren't they? Ugh.
Yeah. I used to have a ton. Oh, you know what? Wait. Oh, yeah, here.
Oh, okay.
These guys.
What rants do you have, Day?
Let's see. That's the
Advice.
thing. I'll have rants and then like I'll repeat my rants like 8 times to 8 different people. By the time we get to the podcast, I'm like, oh,
Rant's over.
your rant's over.
More the rants. We got to hear them.
Thank.
These are for the people.
The
people want to know. They want to hear us. Or we could do positive things.
It could be positive things.
Like, what things in training do you really like? Maybe that's a better angle.
Maybe that's, yeah.
Than negative. Like, what's a way to train that people could do in the gym for themselves that they would enjoy, that you really like?
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, I gotta do eccentric fucking chin.
Yeah, so it's
psychopath.
10 eccentric, and 4
How
reps.
long?
4 reps. 10 seconds on the way down.
Ew!
Yeah.
Guys, don't. I hate you. Do I have to do a chin up every time, or can I just jump like a child?
You could jump up if you'd like. Ideally, chin up.
If you like. 10 second.
I think a big part with training is like finding finding a weakness that you can work towards.
Like
Like,
my biceps.
yeah. So, like, you know, for example, like you texted me this morning about your like mile PR for running. Like, you're in that phase where you're seeing a lot of reward for the work that you're putting in, and that's exciting. Like, you found a
Yeah.
huge weak point, and like you're attacking that now.
Yeah.
And so, I think, like for me, I find myself if I'm going through like a routine, I'm like, I'm not like really I'm not attacking like weak points that I need. So one thing is like my ground contact time is horrendous. Like,
Not quick off your toes.
dude, no, I like it's like I jump. Like if I do like a rebound, like counter movement, it's like I become glued. Me and the floor become one, and I like I'm not able to jump up. So that's like one of my big focuses now that I started like 2 days ago. I'm very deep into this.
Into your ground contact time?
Yep. But I'm like, holy crap, like it's so bad. I was like demonstrating it to Marley and she's like, oh my. I'm just like standing there jumping, showing her how bad it is.
Yeah. I like that. So your positive thing is find something that you're not good at and train it because then you get a bunch of really good positive vibes from it.
And then when you get good positive vibes, what are you gonna want to do? Stick to it.
Yeah, you
Like,
want to do it
right?
again. That's fair.
Like,
I do think a lot of people push away from the things they're not good at,
yeah.
you know? I mean, I did that forever for running.
Yeah.
Part of why I
It's
didn't like running is because I don't think, and maybe it was a training thing. Like I didn't do it often
yeah.
after like midway through high school and then smoked forever. So running was, I mean, dude, when I started was fucking terrible. It was just hard. It wasn't terrible. It was really hard. So yeah, I like that. Find something you're not as good at and then get better at it because then the progress is okay, dude. Easy. Oh man. I think my positive is the same as it always is, which is just, you know, if you're gonna go in the gym, if you're gonna get there, just send it. Just ship it. Pick a weight that's real challenging. If it says you got 8 reps and you pick a weight, every once in a while, just see how many reps you can do. If it says 8, you pick a weight and you can do 15, you're off a little
Go
bit.
for it.
Maybe you're a tad bit miscalculated.
How many minutes are we at?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Probably an hour.
An hour and 8.
Oh, nice.
Is it better with yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is this the last one?
3 sets.
But last set of
Last,
stuff?
yeah.
Oh, okay. These are starting to make my elbow cranky.
The chin-ups?
Just I think all the rowing.
Oh, yeah.
Every time the golfing is, as one might assume, tough on the elbow. Holy shit. Dang, that bicep training.
Yeah, the mixture of the chin-ups with the bicep curls.
That is funny. I think stereotypically we have this reversed.
Yeah.
I hate doing biceps.
I freaking love it, man.
Huh?
I don't know why. I guess it's because, like, look at me now. I'm talking and I'm like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just never liked them. But I also love leg day, so.
ugh.
I did, like, talking about your knees hurting from all the running and your doctor or that PT not understanding why you're doing that. I did, like, 5 or 6 months straight of 3-day-a-week leg days, and it wasn't, like, light.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't really doing I was doing, like, 3 moderate strength like, 2 days were for like, day 1 and day 3 were definitely strength days. Day 2 was, like, medium
Yeah.
intensity, and by that, I mean sets of, like, 6 to 8 Hatfield squats instead of unsupported squats.
So it was more like hypertrophy focused
Yeah.
that day, which is still like
Yeah.
fuck you up kind of like
Yeah.
it's less load but like just as much like more volume, so like the tonnage
Oh,
on your
yeah.
knees is still the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, day 1, I would normally do a traditional squat or a safety bar squat with a heavy RDL. Day 3 was a heavy lunge with a deadlift, some
Okay.
hinge pattern. The second day, or no, yeah, day 3. So 1 and 3 were, like, my heavy shit, and then the
Yeah.
middle day was, like, a Hatfield squat, Bulgarian split squats, walking lunges. And when I say heavy lunges, I was doing, like, 275, 305 for, like, sets of 4 reps on lunges. And I was like, "Let's just see how far like, how strong I can get."
Yeah.
And then towards the end of it, I would, like, taper, like, every 5 or
Mhm.
7 weeks, something like that, when my knees started to get, like, pissed off at me. And then I was doing, like, a deload week, and I was demoing a body weight squat to box for a
Yeah.
client who that's where she was starting. She was, like, mid-70s, was just, like, needing help learning how to sit down correctly. And I do a body weight Hatfield squat to a
Mhm.
bench, and then did, like, 5 or 6, was, like, talking to her through it. We were talking, and I stood up and was sitting there, like, talking to her, watching, and all of a sudden, my knee is, like, starts to feel super weird, and it's, like, it feels swollen, and I can't bend it, and my foot starts to feel all puffy, and I, like, look down, and I had, like, a sack of fluid in my knee, and I went to the doctor. I, like, immediately, I coached the rest of the day, and I would just, like, put my hand on something and, like, pump my knee back and forth to, like, get the fluid out. But, like, body weight squats hurt. I had, like, no range of motion. And I went to my doctor and was like, "Hey, this is what's happening. Like, I just need to know if I should get the fluid drained out." And we had this, like, whole conversation where he was like, "Why are you doing this?" And I was like, "Listen." I think I started the conversation with, "Here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Here's why I'm doing it. I am not here for you to tell me this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of the stupidity of this. However, should I drain this, or should I just give it, like, a week or 2 before I start reintroducing weight again?" And he was just like, "I don't really know how to fucking answer this, dude." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, so it looks like no needle today. I'll just, like." I took, like, a week and a half of body weight and, like, hand supported, and then just, like, bar on the back, 10s,
Yeah.
10s and 5s, 25s, 45s, and then I was just like, "Well," and I haven't had it happen again.
You solved it.
Yeah, so sometimes people are just load management. Was I managing my load correctly? God, no. But you know what, now, I think, like, I wonder if I slept better and ate better, if I could do that again and have better outcomes. Ugh. 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 That's where my dumb brain goes. You see, people, I'm gonna do as I say and cut this last rep of chin-ups because my elbow is
Cranky?
no longer in the manageable range. And what that means for me is every rep I'm doing with this, I'm trying to adjust my grip to make the pain less. That
Yeah.
I have now entered into probably not a good choice to continue. So there's a lesson for you if you make it to this part of the video that I do say as
Yeah.
I do, unless I'm squatting 3 times a week.
Yeah, unless if it has to do with your legs,
Yeah,
then
yeah. Oh,
that's where we
dude.
draw the line.
I bought knee wraps and, like, you know, I was, like, uh, doing gapping, like knee
Oh,
gapping,
yeah.
towel behind, like, trying to move that around. I would, like I have, like, really mobile kneecaps. I know it's a weird thing to say, but I do. And, there was days I would, like, move my kneecaps around, and I could feel, like, the fluid pushing around my knee. I would, like, move my kneecap and bend it, and I could feel, like, liquid squish out of my knees.
Yeah.
And I'd do that until it, like, stopped feeling like there's so much pressure in my legs. Then I would keep squatting. But I went from, like, a 300-pound squat to a 400-pound squat, so
So it was worth it.
fuck yeah, it was worth it, dude. It's always worth it. And Day is currently trying for a 300-pound curl.
Yeah,
That's her goal.
totally. Yeah,
Curling as much weight as humanly possible,
with my 15 pounds right here.
making her biceps as large as they physically can get. And speaking of wellness, we'll just start taking steroids. It'll be great. Our physiques will be awesome, and we'll tell everyone we're super healthy.
Yeah,
We'll be like, look what I eat every day. Isn't that so funny? People post, like, content about how healthy their food is while they're taking steroids.
that is so
Not to say
crazy.
that, like, steroids are inherently super dangerous, but I don't know many people who don't. There's no free lunches, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
You don't take anabolics and have no most people don't have no side effects. I would
yeah.
guess, right? Like, I'm sure, like, there's, Jared Feather.
Mhm.
Um,
Mike Israetel's,
yeah.
yeah,
If you
buddy,
guys don't know who Jared Feather is, go follow him. Part of RP Strength and Dr. Mike's whole thing. But
Mr. Mike.
huh?
People calling him
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Mike.
Mike. Oh God. But he like on an interview was like, yeah, before I started taking steroids, I did like blood test,
Mhm,
like every I don't remember what time, month, 2 weeks, whatever, for like a year straight.
mhm.
So he could have like a full panel, like a year-long panel of all
Okay.
of his blood markers.
Yeah,
Takes his blood pressure twice a day, gets his blood checked all the time, like really is on top of taking steroids,
yeah,
which is, like, first of all, most people lie about whether or not they're taking performance enhancing
yeah,
stuff, but to then be like, do the opposite and be like, no, 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 I have this stuff like super regulated. I wonder how much the side effects are caused by overdosing
yeah.
with steroids than they are the actual drug themselves. Like,
Right.
I have no idea.
I don't know. I know
Maybe we should try.
to my luck, I would, like, die instantly. I take a steroid and die. Um, I just know that there's, uh, at least in the bodybuilding space, it's, like, a huge thing now where not now, I think it's been around, where people take steroids, they're successful in their physique goals with it,
Yeah.
and they'll start prescribing, like, clients
Oh,
the
yeah.
same dosage, the same, like,
Whoa.
blanket, like,
They're like, take
recipe.
600 milligrams of test every
And
day.
it's like, "Oh, I'm a bikini competitor, and you were a heavyweight bodybuilder." Like,
Yeah.
why so
Yeah, maybe our hormone profile is a little
yeah.
bit different.
Yeah, so it's I mean, that's a huge thing, but I don't think a lot of people would do what
Jared's doing.
yeah, or they'll train for a year or 2, and they're like, "I've been training for 2 years, like, I'm ready for" and it's like, "No, dude, like, if you wanna do it for whatever reasons, like, most of the time people wanna do it for physique reasons
Sure.
and building muscle, it's like, you haven't even trained long enough yet, I think, to even think about
Yeah.
taking steroids, but people jump into it so quick,
Yeah.
um, where it's like you still got a lot of room left in the tank to grow
Yeah.
and do things right, other things in your life right.
Yeah. When I
Um,
think he talks about that, I think in that podcast he says something, I don't know, I can't remember if he had his IFBB card, his pro card before he started taking
mm,
steroids. But I think he did it for like years.
yeah. Chris Bumstead
And
did that too.
yeah, it was like
Yeah,
I hit what I thought like was my
yeah,
max physique and
yeah,
then got a little juiced up.
yeah,
All right, that's the end of the workout.
yeah,
Does that mean it's the end of the video?
yeah, unless you wanna
That's
keep
it.
chatting.
I got nothing, I don't think.
I ain't got none. No, I'm blanking.
Are you gonna do the outro? Just kidding.
No, uh Subscribe, like, share. Huh?
Like, comment, subscribe. That's it. Please leave
Yeah.
comments, because then we can answer them.
Yeah.
Alright,
Cool.
that's it.
Sweet.
Deuces. Deuces.